Hello there, and thanks for joining the Strive to Fitness podcast with our fitness coach, Aaron Walker, who's going to take you through the positive reinforcement program of weight loss, self-confidence, exercise routines, and proper nutrition. Good to go? Aaron Walker is ready. And now, here's our host and personal trainer, Aaron Walker.
Thanks for casting in. Our topic is about spasms and back pain. Back pain sometimes merges from muscle spasms. Spasms largely start when the nerve or muscle fibers cannot act with the other muscle fibers. What takes place is the muscle assumes involuntary reactions, such as an atypical tightening of the muscle. The action causes the muscle to restrain its contractions. If muscle contractions are reserved by the fibers, nerves, etc., restrained additionally, accordingly the lack of contractions can cause excessive feebleness and/or paralysis. If the muscle and nerve fibers are not joining correctly to perform their action, i.e., the muscle fibers are not yielding sufficient contractions, or the muscles are creating too many contractions, this eventually leads to back pain. Muscle spasms increase back pain, since potential threats are apparent to the muscles. Since the sensory nerves are not providing the nerve fibers at the muscles the sustenance it needs to contract correctly, the problem can lead to damage of the muscles, since the muscles which are lacking strength stretches, thus contracting over the fibers. The sensory nerves are failing to send signals to the muscles and other areas that require support from the sensory nerves, which leads to back pain. Such action can cause spasms as well as nervous tension, joint misalignment, and sprains. Muscle spasms can start when the muscles are fatigued or when a person exercises heavily. When the body is dehydrated, it can also cause muscle spasms. In addition, pregnancy, which puts a lot of weight on a person, can lead to muscle spasms. Hypothyroid deficiency of calcium and magnesium can cause spasms as well. The body uses hormones to promote growth and metabolism production. If these hormones are not working sufficiently to produce and reproduce the fluids the muscles require, it can affect the metabolic rate, in turn causing the muscle spasms. Excessive drinking, failure of the kidney, and particular medications can also cause muscle spasms. Tip: you can perform chest stretches, groin, hamstring, hip, thigh, and tricep stretches to minimize potential muscle spasms. Muscle spasms are often overdefined, since cramps produce similar stress and pain as that of muscle spasms. The problem lies between muscle and nerve fibers, muscle, joint, sensory, and motor nerves, motor neurons, and so forth. Yet, as outlined earlier, muscle spasms start when the fibers, nerves, unit, etc. are not functioning properly. Still, the problem moves down to the tendons and ligaments, and when these elements of the body are inflamed or damaged and pulled out of place, it can cause muscle spasms and damage, in turn causing back pain. Keep in mind that muscle spasms are abnormal contractions of the muscles that can cause shuddering, twinges, seizures, tremors, and paroxysm. Paroxysm can cause outbursts, convulsions, and so forth, which sometimes when spasms occur, pain is not apparent. As mentioned before, the ligaments and tendons can affect the muscles as well and start back pain. Both ligaments and tendons are strong elements that connect to the bones, joints, and muscles suspiciously. The tendons and ligaments aid the muscles by promoting movement, bending, sitting, walking, standing, etc. Yet the prime sources of these actions come from the systemic muscles. The muscles give strength, which helps by exerting tension to enforce the movement of the bones. These locomotive promoters, once interrupted, can cause limited mobility, which in turn starts to damage the joints, cartilage, tendons, ligaments, etc. Since the muscles get a degree of strength from the spinal cord, pain occurs when the systemic muscles are not working properly. The muscle deficiency affects the asymmetrical muscle actions as well. Tip: continuing to stretch the muscles with the proper exercises can eliminate or minimize back pain. Thank you for casting in, and we'll talk to you next time.
If you have been motivated by this episode of Strive to Fitness podcast, ensure to subscribe and share with your friends and team. Also, if you have any questions, visit strivetofitness.com or send an email to strivetofitness1@gmail.com. See you next time.